Claire had always believed in love. Real, soul-deep love, the kind she thought she found in Michael. For the first 2 years of their marriage, life felt like a promise fulfilled. He made her laugh with his offbeat jokes, left little notes in her lunchbox, and danced with her in the kitchen at night. They weren't rich, but they were happy. Even Maria, Claire's childhood best friend, said they were the couple people dreamed of being. But everything changed one rainy Thursday. Claire had been working long hours at the fashion company that week, back-to-back presentations, sleepless nights, and too many cups of coffee. Her eyes burned constantly. That evening, as she unlocked the front door, the weight of exhaustion crushed her. Her hands trembled. Her knees buckled. "Michael," she managed to whisper before the world tilted. He heard her scream. Michael came running from the kitchen and saw his wife crumpled on the floor, barely breathing. "Claire! Oh my God, Claire!" He lifted her into his arms, his heart thudding in his chest. At the hospital, they ran tests. Days passed. Machines beeped. Maria came. She prayed. Michael paced. They were told to hope. Then Claire opened her eyes and saw nothing. "Mrs. Claire," the doctor said gently, "we're sorry. The optic nerves were severely damaged due to extreme fatigue and prolonged pressure. You've suffered permanent blindness." Her world shattered. Darkness became her reality. Michael stood beside her, holding her hand tightly. "We'll fix this," he promised. "We'll find another hospital. I'll do whatever it takes." But the private hospital he found had a price tag they couldn't afford. "I'm sorry," he told her days later. "They want 2 million naira up front." Claire swallowed hard. "So, that's it? I'll find a way," he said. But his voice lacked conviction. The first days at home were filled with warmth. Michael helped her bathe, read to her, held her when she cried. Maria moved in to assist. She made soups, cleaned the house, described the colors of the sunset to Claire as though painting with words. "You're not alone," Maria had said, brushing Claire's hair. "You've got us." Claire smiled through tears. "I don't know how I'd survive without you too." Weeks passed. Then the warmth started to fade. It began with sharp sighs when Claire knocked over a glass. Then rolled eyes when she called for help using the toilet. One evening, she spilled rice trying to serve herself. "I'm sorry," she said softly. Maria snapped, "Every day, Claire. It's like we're walking on eggshells." Michael looked away. "I didn't ask to go blind," Claire whispered. "But you're not doing anything to improve either," he muttered. The days grew colder. Maria no longer described sunsets. Michael no longer brought her flowers. Their whispers behind closed doors became frequent. Their laughter, different. Claire sat in silence most evenings, listening to them share meals in the living room while she sat alone in the bedroom. One afternoon, Claire reached for Michael's arm. "Can you help me find my earrings?" "I'm busy," he said flatly. "Ask Maria." Maria snapped, "I'm not your maid, Claire." "But you said—" "That was before," Maria hissed. "Before you became us." Claire froze. "What do you mean, this?" Michael sighed. "Let's not do this now." Tears slipped down her cheeks. "Do you still love me, Michael?" His silence said everything. She first heard the kiss. Then the laughter. Then a soft moan, Maria's. They didn't even bother to close the door. Claire sat on the edge of her bed, hands trembling, ears straining to confirm what her heart already knew. Her husband and her best friend. Betrayal never had a scent before, but now, it smelled like Maria's strawberry shampoo. She wanted to scream, break something, die. But her mother's voice echoed in her memory. "When everyone leaves you, baby girl, God doesn't." She gripped the wooden cross under her pillow. "I won't die like this," she whispered to the darkness. One morning, she woke to silence. No footsteps. No dishes clinking. No voices. She called out, "Michael? Maria?" Nothing. After hours of silence, the landlord knocked. "Claire," he said gently, "they moved out yesterday. They left no number. They said they won't be back." Her knees gave out. She crawled back inside, dragging her limbs like they were full of lead. Days passed. She begged local beggars to help her fetch water, buy bread. She sat in the darkness, bruised but not broken. A month later, someone knocked on her door. "I'm the new landlord," a deep voice said. "My name is Mr. Williams. I bought the building." She opened the door slowly. "I'm sorry," he said gently. "You'll need to vacate soon." Claire's home was messy. Dirty clothes. Spoiled food. A broken woman. Williams frowned. "You live alone?" "Yes." He hesitated. "Are you blind?" "Yes." He looked around. Something in his chest twisted. That night, Mr. Williams sat at the edge of his bed, the city lights blinking through the window like quiet ghosts. The air conditioner hummed low, but the room felt heavy. Claire's face lingered in his thoughts, pale, fragile, eyes clouded in shadow. The house had smelled of mildew and forgotten dreams. She didn't ask for pity, didn't even beg. She simply nodded when he told her to vacate. Like she'd already lost everything and eviction was just one more cut. He ran a hand over his beard and stared at the ceiling. "She didn't even ask my name," he murmured. "Didn't ask where she would go. She just accepted it." His heart ached. He poured himself a glass of water, sat at the kitchen table, and opened his laptop, trying to distract himself with emails, building documents, reports, but her face kept appearing between the lines. He remembered the tremor in her voice. "I'm blind." He rubbed his temple. Suddenly, a memory flashed. His younger sister, Deborah, who lost her sight to glaucoma and died before she turned 21. He'd been helpless then. Too young. Too broke. He had watched her fade, her light dimming, and promised God that if he ever had the means, he'd never let another helpless woman suffer that way. And here she was. Another blind woman. Alone. Used. Abandoned. He closed the laptop and stood. Walked to the window. Below, the street was quiet. A stray dog barked somewhere in the distance. He picked up his phone and dialed his assistant. "Hello." The sleepy voice answered. "Find me the number of the best ophthalmologist in the city," he said, voice firm. "Sir? At this hour?" I said, "No. I'll send you the case in the morning. Her name is Claire. Get everything ready. I want her tested, admitted, and treated. I don't care what it costs." There was a pause. "Yes, sir. Right away." He ended the call and looked at the stars through the blinds. "You're not ending like this, Claire," he whispered. "Not while I can still change the story." And for the first time in years, he felt like something meaningful was about to begin. By morning, he returned. "I'm taking you to the hospital," he said. "I can't afford it," Claire replied, lips dry. "I didn't ask if you could." The surgery was long, complex, risky, but successful. When Claire opened her eyes days later, light poured in, warm, soft, golden. "I can see," she whispered, sobbing. Williams grinned. "Told you it wasn't over." He gave her a job in his media firm. She learned quickly, adapted, thrived. Months passed. Her skin glowed. Her laughter returned. And one day, in front of the office balcony, Williams knelt. "I didn't just give you your sight back, Claire. You gave me something too. Purpose." He held out a ring. "Will you marry me?" Her voice cracked. "Yes." Michael was jobless. The company downsized. No severance. Maria got pregnant, but not by him. She left with another man. Michael sat in a cheap apartment, hungry, broken, staring at a photo of Claire in his wallet. Regret tastes bitterest when there's no one left to blame. Claire stood in the mirror one morning, brushing her hair in soft strokes. Her eyes, now healed, reflected strength. Williams hugged her from behind. "You're glowing," he said. She smiled. "Because I've seen darkness, and I'm finally in the light."